All righty. Okay, you're recording.
All right, well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the public safety meeting. And I guess we can probably start with Chief's update on the statistics.
Sure, and I'll start with September 2020 statistics. We were able to utilize approximately 170 hours less than we did last year due to the elimination of power shifts to try and recoup and get back on budget. So we feel we'll be in good shape for the end of the year. Calls for service in September, we handled 735 calls for service. We issued 6 parking tickets. We issued 67 moving traffic citations. We issued 1 criminal citation. We issued investigated 5 traffic accidents, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. We made 6 arrests, 1 of which was for DUI, and I'll go over the arrest blotters in a second, places and charges. And we had 498, just under 500 proactive checks of residents and businesses in the borough. As for accidents, from 2015 to 2018, we averaged 101 accident investigations a year, 101. In 2019, we were able to get that number down to 80. And we are trending right now to finish this year. We're 3/4 done. We are trending to finish this year at 52 accidents, which would be a 100% reduction from just 2 years ago. So our traffic safety program is in fact. The arrest this month, we arrested on September 8th, we arrested a male for harassment. On that same date, later in the day, we arrested 1 gentleman for driving under the influence of careless driving who was involved in a motor vehicle accident. On the 9th, we made an arrest for an investigation that went just over 12 months of a gentleman for ethnic intimidation, terroristic threats, and harassment. That investigation took so long because it involved several data warrants for cell phone records and such. But that man was arrested and turned himself in a couple of days later after we signed the warrant, and that's now pending court. On the 12th, we arrested a male again from New Jersey for violating the speed laws on North Main Street and then possession of narcotics inside his motor vehicle. On the 15th, we made an arrest for a gentleman who was stopped about 3 in the morning for a motor vehicle violation and was determined to have an active bench warrant out of Philadelphia. And on the 30th, we arrested a gentleman for obstructing highways on North Main Street. Also, our 2 officers, personnel update. Badge number 101, who was involved in an off-duty accident, is recovering well. He is ahead of schedule, and we expect him back soon. Badge number 102 is his training is progressing, and we expect him to be released also very soon, because he came with a lot of experience. So we expect to be at full complement very shortly. Our auxiliary police training started today, and will continue. We have another class scheduled for later this month in traffic control, and then next month will be CPR and first aid. As you recall, all auxiliaries need 3 training sessions before they are able to work with us in the field. Of note is later this month on, let me get the dates straight for you. On 10/26, so that's about 20 days away, I'll be attending the Right Intelligence Leadership class for upper management and police departments. This is bias-free training, cultural diversity, racial intelligence, how to create bias-free environments, de-escalation with emotional and social intelligence, and a whole host of other skills. And then following me for a 2-day class, Police Officer First Class Adam Clark will be going to the Racial Intelligence Engagement Instructor class. Well, he will go over a lot of the same skills, and it's a train the trainer. So when he is completed, these are both at the Bucks County Public Safety Academy. When he is completed, he will come back and regularly teach our police officers on that topic. I attended a South Central SWAT meeting last week, and we reviewed all the calls from last year. As you know, you see from time to time, we pay our bills to the SWAT team. We pay a fraction. I think it's 1/18. Well, am I right? Something like that, right? I think there's 18 municipalities that are served by the South Central SWAT team. And every bill that comes in, training and equipment, we pay 1/18 of them. So you always see those expenditures going out. But it's humbling to see the work that this group does. Last year, they responded to 12 major incidents, most of them to take on people who were armed and dangerous inside buildings and such, and threatening the public and police. And we're able to resolve those without getting any officers hurt. So I just wanted to let you know that although we thankfully don't see them in the borough much, they are available to us when we do in fact need them. With that, I think that concludes my report. Questions? Oh, and one last thing, just so I attended, I was a guest for a short time today on the mayor's radio show, and I wanted to thank the mayor for the opportunity to greet the public as always. Transparency is very, very important. Almost forgot, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, does anybody from the public have any comments? Or go ahead, Dawn. Go ahead, Dawn.
I just have a question. With the
sorry.
racial, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. With the racial intelligence classes, are they free or is the borough paying for them?
We are paying for those.
And how much are they?
I do not know off the top of my head. I do know they were rather inexpensive. I don't know if they're being subsidized by the county chiefs. Many of the courses that are there are sometimes subsidized by them. But I don't remember the number, but they're well within our budget because a lot of our training was canceled this year.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments from the public or anybody on the meeting? Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, just so, Chief, I wouldn't have let you forgot to thank me. Don't worry about it.
I know that, sir.
I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I don't have anything to discuss other than what Chief went over, so just give everybody time before our council meeting. So we'll see everybody in a few minutes.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
See you shortly.